Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
what lasted longer? Liz Truss as Prime Minister, a lettuce, or Ange Postecoglou at Nottingham Forest? Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod, and I am your host Mike, and I'm joined in a virtual room, roaring with more than one lion. I got Chris, I got Ollie, Monday Shana Monday. Team, moments of the weekend, please.
I just want to tell everyone that the reason Berth's not on is I him several weeks back, so he wouldn't make fun of me during Footballer 20 questions anymore.
Oh my word! Wow. I mean,
allegedly.
Oh, Ollie is currently under arrest for the suspicion. No, Berth is just a busy man. He has he does have a job. We all have jobs, and his job is currently he's the West Ham manager. Yes, it's proven.
Yeah, that's what's happened.
He's doing an interview for Nottingham Forest.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, right. What about you, Chris? What have you got?
Saturday was probably my moment of the weekend.
Brilliant, love it.
Girls won, but more importantly, my daughter got back on the pitch after breaking her collarbone.
Brilliant stuff.
3
That's
weeks
hard
after
as well
breaking it.
Jesus, it's like, especially when you're young as well, that can have like a bit of a psychological effect. You know, like getting back on the horse like that is a very difficult thing to do sometimes. So bravo.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's a week earlier than we originally planned, but she trained a little bit in the week and seemed fine. So we cautiously put her on the bench and said, if it's the sort of game she can come on, if the side aren't very physical, which they wasn't, she can come on and maybe get 10 minutes. She came on. She did 2 different 10-minute spells in the game. Pulled out of some challenges like I told her to. I said, if it looks like you're going to get hit, just let them take the ball. It really doesn't matter. But she scored. So
come on, that Sam Kerr-esque, that back from an injury, back
absolutely
with a goal.
Absolutely
Brilliant.
buzzing. So that's my highlight of the weekend.
That's so wholesome. I wish I had something that wholesome. I just went to watch the football in the pub.
Well, mine's not
we love
wholesome.
a pub though, Ollie.
Well, we've gone from wholesome, and I'm taking you all to Russia because the
wow. Okay.
I've got 2 highlights. The first one does take us there because the Russian Premier League, it starts with CSKA Moscow's goalkeeper trying to clear his lines, and the ball ricochets off a Lokomotiv Moscow player, Vorbiev, and it spins away towards the corner flag. Most players give up. They give up on it. Not him. He chases it down, catches it in the right corner circle. So it's just there, and he hits it, knuckleball right into the net. Impossible angle. It's ridiculous. And I had to upload. Well, I didn't personally upload it. I shared it on Twitter because it is just insane. It's one of the most ridiculous goals I've seen. Someone went, he's trying to cross it. He's not.
I haven't seen it, but I want to.
You know what? I will send you the clip right now as I take you to Liverpool because that's just. Is it as good?
Jesus, can I go to Russia instead?
Ollie just doesn't help himself on this show.
He does not. I think Ollie's thing this year is to try and annoy every region of the UK
and the world. Yeah.
Right. I have just sent it into the group chat, so you can click on that and see the goal. But I will take you back to England because Arnie Slot delivered the most hilarious quote that I swear at first I thought it was from a satire account. I didn't think it was real because it is so fucking shit. This is what he said. We've seen Sesko play the last 3, 4, 5 or 6 times, but they go to Liverpool, they change the lineup. That's not the first where we faced a team and they've done that. And I think the only way to prevent this, just to prevent this issue, because it's not fair. All teams are only allowed one tactic all season. You've got to declare it at the start of the season. If you deviate, Everton suffer a point deduction. Just can't be having this. You can't be changing tactics mid-fray through a season. I don't
like
know how
that. You just punish Everton for no reason.
I feel sorry when they.
That might be the stupidest comment I've ever heard from a manager.
It's gold. It's so good. I mean, you'd be livid to find out Chelsea have like a squad of. I don't think we've fielded the same back four for like 6 years. It says they've done it again. So under
By
pressure.
the way, I have just seen that goal. That is an absurd goal.
Yeah,
it's on our Twitter.
It's so crazy.
So if you haven't seen it, get on there and have a look. Like how it goes in from there, I've got no idea. He somehow wrong foots the goalie from the byline.
It's
it is mad.
Yeah, it's ludicrous. Right, Shevva shoutouts, because we get to check out what you have been saying. I've got Clark. Which of our players would you not, big capital letters here, trade for Semenyo right now? Caicedo.
Caicedo, Palmer, Cucurella.
Well, if we trade can we trade injured Palmer and then when he's back we swap him back? And I could do
that's
that.
fair. Yeah, I'll do that.
So, yeah, that's fair. MC Matt, fair point, Chris. If we want to be the top team, we need to do better against low blocks. I have faith that we will improve. Great pod, boys. Keep it up. Thank you for the laughs and takes. Question for the panel. I enjoy learning new British slang from you guys. So I've got to ask, what's your favourite British slang or saying?
I've already got it. It's the best one, and nobody outside of the UK uses it. Plonker.
Oh,
yeah.
If you're a plonker, you're just like it's the most silly, demeaning kind of insult that means nothing. You're a fucking plonker, mate.
Oh, well. What have you got, Chris? Here,
It's tough.
It's tough because I'm like,
yeah, I'm trying to think of because the problem is that I don't think a lot of the things that are slang, we know are slang until someone from another country tells us that they are, because it's just normal.
That is true.
Or do you know, like sometimes when if you go north or south of where you live and you say something and everyone goes, "What?
What?" Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
You say like the word sandwich incorrectly. You say like carb or bap or whatever. People say in various parts of the world.
They look
at you like you've grown a second head.
You know what? When we seem to be the only country that say something's on the piss. If it's describing it's not level. It's on the piss.
Yeah,
that's a very UK thing.
That's a good one.
You never hear anyone outside of the UK say. If someone says that to you without a British accent, I'd be wary because that doesn't. No. I don't believe them. No, you haven't picked that.
My favourite thing British people do is when they have to leave somewhere, they slap their knees as they stand up and they say "right."
That happens a lot, and I've tried to stop doing that.
Yeah, that is true.
It's really hard not to do it
without doing that.
Yeah, you slap both your knees as you stand up, and you sort of make a groaning, stretching noise and go "right,"
and
everyone
also,
knows you're off. Yeah. It's amazing.
The thing is, if you can't find something in common with someone when you say football and they go, "Don't watch football, I'm a rugby person," you panic. But don't worry, in Britain, you just go, "Weather. Oh, the weather. It doesn't matter if it's hot, dry, cold, wet, snowy. It doesn't matter. It's always the worst weather. Simple as that."
There's a few entler from like when you was a kid, things that your parents used to say, like if you come in the house and you left the front door open. Was you born in a barn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's great. If you stop pulling that face because if the wind changes, you'll stay that way.
Yeah,
I actually used to believe that. I was a bit scared. What a naive child.
If you leave a light on in a room, it's like Blackpool illuminations in it.
That's sort of one. That's true. Oh my word.
Got eyes in the back of my head. That's one.
Yes,
I think.
Eyes in the back of my head. Yeah.
Right. I will finish off with Toby Beth. As a recent fan of football, I was wondering is Gareth Barry considered a legend because his stats are pretty amazing? Very interesting. Oh, okay.
No one talks about Gareth Barry anymore.
No, I know, but he's a streets won't forget kind of player, really, who has a lot of cult icon status for the clubs.
Was a good player though.
He played for a really long time, right? Like that's kind of like his thing is that he was just like always fit and always played.
Doesn't he have like the most appearances of something?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm pretty sure he's the outfield player with the most Premier League appearances, isn't he?
Oh,
Ryan Giggs, I imagine.
That's
Ryan
Milner,
Giggs.
isn't it?
No, hang on. Let me just quickly look.
I actually don't know.
Come on, Premier League website, work. Because the Premier League website's just said James Milner's in second.
He's got to be up there, though.
Yeah, I'd say he's first. Here we go.
He's surely right.
All-time Premier League player stats. Gareth Barry 6'5'3", James Milner 6'4'4", Giggs 6'3'2". So yeah, it's currently
What a play.
Yeah, there was the battle, wasn't there, between Liverpool and Man City for his signature. And he goes to City. He does win the title in the Aguero season, so it worked out well for him.
Yeah. Decent player. Decent. Never played much. What? Did he play much for England? Don't think he did that.
Not
much,
massive. No, I don't think he did.
No.
Right. Thank you for your reviews, thoughts, and everything else. If you want yours read out on the show, head over to Spotify and drop a comment on this episode. Make sure we shout you out in the next episode. Maybe just complain saying the Shevva Shoutouts is too short now. We need it long. They could do that. You could do that. Right. So let's go and hit some news. I don't really have any because there's not much. There was something from Marc Guiu. I saw that apparently this was Simon Johnson 8 hours ago, so I'm desperately reaching through the barrel here. On the eve of the Liverpool fixture, Marc Guiu approached Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca after training to speak about his lack of games this season and find out if there were things he needed to do better to secure more involvement. The chat was respectful and polite. I mean, that's nice to know. He's a polite young man.
So the headline is 2 colleagues have a conversation.
Yes. Yeah, that was a really, really good headline. And you know what? If you wondered, I'm going to tell you right now, it was locked behind a paywall, that conversation.
Jesus, why?
That's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, there's ways you can view
for that.
It's only 99p a month for your first month.
Doing?
Oh yeah, there's fuck all really. I mean, hey, Lampard's Coventry are now 10 matches unbeaten. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good. And that's
top of the championship, man.
And all the stats seem to indicate that they're far and away the best team in the championship this season.
I can't remember who it was.
I know they've not played a lot of the big teams and stuff yet, but I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season for them. I reckon Frank gets some promotion. I really do.
I can't remember who it was, but when the West Ham job came up and they said Lampard's linked, I said he'd be an idiot to leave Coventry to go to West Ham.
Yeah,
and 100%. I had a few people message to go, are you actually stupid? He'd go to West Ham where he was. I was like, do you not? First of all, you don't remember how his time at West Ham ended and how the fans were. So let's just put that out there. But also, why would you leave a good thing in the Championship? You could go, yeah, but Premier League. Yeah, but he could take Coventry to the Premier League. That would be seen as... No, I think sometimes you just got to be sensible. What you've got around you is great. Why fuck with it? Don't fuck with it. Yeah. It's fine.
100%. If you're in a good space and you're not feeling like you need to make a change and a change comes along, you've really got to consider it because the grass ain't always greener.
That's true. I mean,
especially in the Premier League, it very rarely is.
Yeah, that's I mean, you'll last about. I mean, let's be honest. The average managerial reign's about what, 2 years, or if you're at Forest, 2 days,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Watford and Forest are bringing that average way down.
I can't believe Javi Gracia is the first manager to come back to Watford after I think it was Quique Sante Flores. It's like, how have they got through that many managers and only done that twice?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Do you know what? I've got to really respect it, to be honest. Like, it reminds us of how we used to be. Yeah, really? When they just sack him off for no reason, or with really high standards, even maybe delusionally so. I quite like it. It's nice to have a team that does it, even if it's not us.
I was going to say, to be fair, we did it with Lampard, Mourinho, and there's the
Potter.
man I can't. No, we didn't bring Potter back.
Oh no, sorry, not bringing back.
Who did we bring back?
For a short time.
Goose. The Goose.
Oh,
yes,
big Goose.
Mr. Hiddink.
Yeah, Gus Hiddink came back about 18 times.
Yeah. Just smash that vote.
Always interim.
What a ledge. Right.
He's who you need when you need a 1-1 draw against every team you're going to play.
Gus, right, it's time to head to winners and losers as we headed into the woods. The Forest to take on Robin Hood's team. On a grey afternoon in Nottingham, Chelsea found colour. 3 goals, a clean sheet, and maybe, just maybe, a glimpse of something real under Enzo Maresca. It didn't start pretty though. Early defensive chaos had Forest dreaming, but they shot like stormtroopers on low battery. Then came half-time. Maresca hit the switch. On came Marc Guiu. He sparks Pedro Neto, and suddenly the Blues are alive. A Champong's header cracked the code. Neto's free kick slipped through the wall like a bad secret, and Reece James iced the night with a captain's finish. Even Gusto's inevitable red card couldn't dampen the mood. Chelsea were cruising, confident, clinical. Meanwhile, Ange Postecoglou's Forest project collapsed mid-broadcast, sacked 18 minutes after full-time, leaving the City ground colder than the October wind. For Maresca, it's a statement win. For Chelsea, it's momentum. The kind that whispers, maybe this thing's starting to work. Oh, we have Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 3. And of course, winners and losers. Who have you got? And how many, more importantly, have you got today?
I've got 3 and 3, Mikey. How many do you have, Chris?
4 and 3.
This man can never follow instructions, can he?
And Chris has put most effort in compared to me, who's put minimal, because I found 3 and 2. I genuinely.
Gee, you got both of you.
I struggled. I really struggled for a lose. My losers are more my usual style. Look, I don't know. Maybe we'll all have this one. I think Chris has got this guy. I've got my first losers, Pedro Neto.
That's
Winner,
why.
I mean,
I'm really interested to hear what you're saying about that.
Wasn't he your lion?
He was my lion, yeah.
He's a winner then.
I haven't got him as a winner though.
I mean, you have, because do you want your claim to win that lion of the week? Look,
Hey,
I mean,
listen,
I haven't got him.
I haven't got him because aside from 10 minutes of the game, he disappeared.
Oh no, I'm having it. Look,
He was all right. Wasn't like there were certain moments of the game he did really well, and obviously gets his goal with a really nice free kick that I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit.
I am going to talk about that.
But yeah, it's I thought he was good, but definitely not his best game for us.
Okay.
But probably one of his more effective.
The thing is, when a player he looks up and he just basically says, "Can you keep up with me, mate? Can you?" That's what Pedro Neto did to Neco Williams. I mean, he sized him up, he hit that accelerator, and he left him in the dust before he whipped in that cross and a champon buried for the own player. It was direct, it was fearless, and to be fair, it's kind of what we wanted from him. I mean, it's a moment, but still, football is moments. And there's the free kick. Let's be honest. I think maybe we all thought, I definitely did, that Reece James was going to take it. No, Neto stepped up. And of course, Reece did get the assist because he just, he does the Busquets style of, there you go. And he thread it through the wall like a needle through fabric. And Sells, he never had a chance to react. Look, it's not going to go viral on social media because it's not the best thing. But those low, clever free kicks, kind of a little bit of a nightmare for keepers. And as long as you hit the target, you've always got a shot. You've always got a chance. If it's on target, you never know. He made it count. It's a goal. It's an assist. And hey, he's not just a player.
Goalkeeping, though, isn't it?
Yes, but also because it goes through the wall. You're not. Let's be honest. You're not expecting it to go through a wall. I don't think you are. And Neto just showed that he's not just a player who works hard. He actually contributes, and he contributes to 2 of the 3 goals we score. So fair play. True. I need a winner. Who's got a winner?
I've got Reece James as a winner.
Totally justified.
Yeah.
Do you have him, Chris?
No.
So the reason he's a winner for me is obviously he gets his goal late on with a really nice cultured finish. Nice to see James score another goal for a change, because he's been out of the goals for a little while, obviously since his injury and stuff. It really seems like he's back and raring to go, and arguably back to close to his best, if not almost there. The other thing that I want to do is I kind of want to attribute Neto's free kick goal to James, because apparently, don't know how true this is, but from what I've heard, James told Neto that the reason they rolled the ball before they shot it is because to make the gap in the wall. But they also knew, apparently, James said in doing that Sells would shift his weight to his right, which means Neto should shoot to his left. Right, so he would then, and that's what wrong-footed the keeper to score. There's minute details. Someone like James knows about, players or knows about the game that prove really knowledgeable, really important in games like this. So, and that's what captains do. So you'd love to see it.
I've got to jump in and say that fair play to Reece, because I'm being a little bit creative here with the stat, but that's 17 games in a row which he's featured. That's since Benfica in the Conference League, Club World Cup. Now, that's including internationals where he played Andorra and Serbia for England when he was called up. The only game someone's going to say, it's not quite 17 in a row, is it, Mike? No, it's not, because he didn't play a minute against Lincoln City. But to be honest, you would not expect him to play against Lincoln City. I know that game was a long time ago and we didn't dispatch him how we should have. But the point is, you shouldn't be playing that game anyway. But the fact is, 17, that's pretty good. I mean, for him,
good.
That's insane.
Really good, actually.
Got
available for 17 games in a row. That's quite
Yeah.
important. When a lot of other players still struggling with injuries. Whoever was assigned, because there was some guy, wasn't there, that was like assigned to James to help him. Can we just put him on everybody? Can we just have him do everybody?
You.
He seems to be like he seems like the most important guy at the club at the moment.
Yeah, we don't want any more injuries.
My knee.
We've had too many of them. Chris, who's one of your winners?
Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, got him.
Why, Chris? Tell us why.
To get a result with the injuries that we had, the fatigue in the squad after an international break, with a lunchtime kickoff on a Saturday, I think he's pretty impressive. I applaud his bravery as well at half time in terms of the subs, getting the subs on, not waiting the traditional 10, 15 minutes of the second half to see if those players get any better. Was decisive at half time, made 3 subs. I thought the subs made a difference as well in the game. So from a coaching point of view, that's having an effect on the game.
Well, apparently he planned for a back 4, didn't he? And when he got a back 5, it's part of the reason why we might have looked so turgid in the first half. So it's nice to see him, like you say, sort of change it up and sort of spot the tactical tweak immediately to implement at half time.
But yeah, I just think to go there and get the result, to follow up the Liverpool result as well, because that would have been pointless if we'd gone and lost to Forest. So to go there under the circumstances and get the win, I think he deserves some credit for that.
No, right. The reason I've got him as a winner, I've got to give the manager some serious credit because, like Chris has just said it, 3 half-time subs, and it flipped this game on its head. You know, you bring on Caicedo, you bring on Jamie Gittins, you bring on Marc Guiu. That's still a bold call. It is, because it's 3 subs of your 5, and it paid off instantly. You know, the tempo just shifted, the energy lifted up, and suddenly we were on the front foot. We were dictating the play instead of reacting to it. And it also implemented a tactical shift with João Pedro. He got to move into the number 10 role, and he just looks more natural there. It's just, you know, he's better than that than a lone man up top. And we started carving Forest open. You know, we were chopping down those trees, and it's just, you know what? It's one of those managerial moments that you just point to and say, that's proper in-game management. It was tactical bravery, I guess, but, you know, it was a smart adjustment, and it resulted in a 3-0 win. Because I don't think that, if without those subs, I don't think we go on and win, because
I mean we looked absolutely horrible.
It wasn't a great first half. It wasn't.
We'll get to it, but
we will.
You have to give the manager credit for that because I mean you can't really ask for more. All right, he set him up in one way, it's gone another way, and at halftime he's fixed it, and we won the game comfortably.
Yeah.
So
I will go back to Chris because he's got 4. So who's your second?
Set pieces.
Oh,
yeah.
We won the game on set pieces because we created nothing from open play.
But you know
honestly,
what?
nothing.
How long has it been since we could actually say that we've won a game based on set pieces?
Yeah, we didn't hit the first man at the corner. Like, no, not again.
And, you know, as much as we could focus on the fact that against an awful Nottingham Forest team, we did absolutely nothing from open play. Good teams do score goals from set pieces. If you look at what Arsenal have been doing over the last couple of years, the reason why they've been so high up in the table is because on the games where they're creatively nullified, they'll win it off a set piece. Mm-hmm. They've been doing that a lot. I think they beat Fulham this weekend 1-0 with a set piece. That's so important. And if you look back at some of the best Chelsea teams, they was the same. They won a lot of games off set pieces. Tuchel's Chelsea was a prime example of that. We won so many games off set pieces under Tuchel when we didn't play particularly well. That's such a major part of the game. And actually, we've done it a few times this year where we've either won a game or the opening goal has been a set piece when actually we've been playing pretty shit. But set pieces have improved massively this year in terms of scoring or creating chances off them.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, the thing we do need to do is get that consistency with set pieces. We need to be scoring one, like, you know, I don't want to see a score from 2 or 3 in this game then none for the next 2 months. It's got to be we one or a game every other game. But making serious threats. Because as well, the more threatening you are from set pieces, the more teams fear it, and the more they try and plan for it, and the more they overthink it. So it's really important.
It's also the best way to break down a low block.
Yeah.
Because if you're good from set pieces, I think, again, don't want to talk about Arsenal too much, but Arsenal will face a lot of low blocks, especially at home. But they're so efficient from set pieces that normally the opening goal comes from a corner and the opposition's game plan then changes because they're losing the game now. So they're going to, at some point in that game, be a little bit more expansive, and then you can hit. That's when you'll start getting the space that you wanted in the first place. And it's a game that you might go on and win 2, 3, 4-0. But it's all because you scored off a set piece with the first goal to break the low block initially.
Yeah. And that's what we did in the second half with Achampong's goal. I know it's not technically from a set piece, but it did sort of originate.
It's same phase though, isn't it?
Same phase, still crossed in, still a headed goal. We broke the deadlock, and then from there, Forest had to come out of their shell, and we punished them.
Yeah.
Who's your second winner then, Ollie?
Speaking of the devil, it's Achampong.
Nice.
First goal for Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
As far as I could remember, he seems. I like this boy. I can't lie to you. I know he's young and I know he's struggling at times with parts of the game, but he's now locked up Mateta. He's locked up like half of Liverpool's team, and now he's also got one of like Gibbs White and all Forest's best players as well, locking them up too. So I'm quite happy to see him rising to the occasion physically, especially against players like Mateta and Gibbs White and things like that, who can be very physical on the ball. They're really dominant attackers physically. And Achampong didn't look out of place. Obviously, did well to step out when he could, drive forward with the ball, move into midfield. I always like that about it when a centre back can do that. And on top of all that, gets his debut goal. Well, not debut goal, but his first goal for Chelsea, which is massive for a kid from the academy. There are some from the academy, some kids who come through the academy who you just kind of know they're sort of safe bets, and Achampong feels like that.
Yeah, I think the
Right.
I think the injury thing
right.
though. You always look for a silver lining in injury crisis, and I think Achampong could be the silver lining, because he's getting game time that he wouldn't have got if we didn't have the injuries that we have. But he's actually doing really well considering the environment he's coming into as a young player who's not got vast experience around him, especially in that back line, to sort of guide him through. I think he's actually doing exceptionally well. He's far from perfect, but in the situation, I think he deserves massive credit for coming in and putting in the performances he is. And it could,
mature,
and it could open up more opportunities for him, even when everyone's back fit, which I think is what you want. It's almost the Reece James, Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Tomori thing all over again. The transfer ban meant those players got a chance that they wouldn't have got otherwise, and some took it. And hopefully Josh is going to do that.
And you know what? Yeah. And he has taken it. And I think when everyone's back and fit and roaring again, there'll be more competition, but he'll be up there battling for that place.
Yeah. Right. Who's your third winner, Chris?
Marc Guiu.
I've got him as my third.
He's got to be. He's not on mine, but I knew you'd pick him because he not only is he no longer frozen out, he's making a difference.
I thought he was the sub that changed the game the most. Right from the start of the second half, he went and he charged down the centre half and forced him to put it out for a throw in, and instantly the game was different. They'd had it. The Forest backline had it so easy in the first half against Pedro that they never really got tested, and he started to test them instantly. I thought he was really unlucky with the chance that he had where he got slipped in on goal and the touch just got away from him a little and he couldn't quite get there to lift it over the keeper. But it's another appearance from him though, because it was similar when he came on against Liverpool, I thought. Being that focal point, making a difference. And it's what we've seen again from him in his appearances last season. I don't understand why he has waited this long to be given chances in the situation that we're in, because he's not a poor player. He's actually far from a poor player. I mean, he wins the free kick as well that we score from, with really quick feet on the edge of the box to engineer half a yard, and he would have got a shot off had he not been fouled. He can bully defenders. He's confident with his back to goal. He presses like an animal. I don't know what more he can do to get more game time. I think personally, I'd like to see him start the next game.
Yeah, I think until Delap's fit, I think he
because I don't think João Pedro can do it. João Pedro.
I mean, like, I think he's just not. João Pedro is just not quite the same physical presence, and he likes to drop deeper. You know, to be more creative. There was a few times João Pedro dropped in and then played a beautiful ball over the top. But obviously, the people who he had running onto it were Andre Santos and Malo Gusto. Yeah. So you know, it's like throwing a dart at a dartboard from a plane and trying to hit a bullseye. Do you know what I mean?
I love how Chris has teed this one up, because you want an impact off the bench. Marc Guiu delivered within 30 seconds of coming on. He'd already forced a corner. Yep. Oh, hello. That's straight away. His presence in the box just dragged defenders out of position straight away, and it left the Champon completely free to nod it home straight away. That's the first benefit. I mean, that's the kind of intelligent movement you just need in a forward, and it's almost instinctive. He was constantly making himself available. He was pressing relentlessly, and he linked beautifully with João Pedro in that second half. And you know what impressed me the most, actually, for this team? It was composure, because Murillo, he roughs him up a bit. He roughs him up a few times, shoves him to the floor, and he didn't bite. He didn't do any drama. He didn't do any handbags. He just got on with the business. And in a squad where some lads seem one mistimed tackle away from another red card, Guiu's maturity just stood out for me. And he has to start the next game, because when you've got João Pedro thriving behind a proper number 9, the whole attack just looks different. And right now, Marc Guiu looks like that guy. I don't want to see João Pedro up front on his own again. There's no point.
To be fair, I think I mentioned it on one of the episodes in the summer when we signed Liam Delap, that we already had a Liam Delap in Marc Guiu, and during this period while Delap is out injured, I think if Guiu gets given some chances, we could see a player that will force us to ask the question, why did we sign Delap when we've already got one?
Does beg the question, doesn't it? Because if there's a world in which, say, for example, we don't loan out Jackson, right, and our striker options instead are Jackson and Delap, or in this case Jackson and Guiu, and that's decent. Like that, you know, like that's a really nice balance. And like Jackson's got a little bit more up front than João Pedro's got at the moment. So I don't know. But then in the summer we were saying the opposite after the club.
But I just think with Marc Guiu, like, give him the opportunities now while we sort of have to, and he either sinks or swims.
Yeah.
And because for me, it's a win-win situation, because what happens is either you find a player who can thrive and can come into the team, it will take his chance, a bit like we was just saying Josh has, or will, or could, or you find out that he's not good enough. And if you find that out, then you get rid of him. So it's win-win.
And we only bought him for what, £6 million quid or
so you're going to get that back
not
anyway.
A lot.
Yeah, well, apparently he's been told, this is from The Athletic, that he will be under consideration for Spain's World Cup squad next summer if he plays enough. And look, that's great to hear and good on him. But I also think technically isn't any player for any nation under consideration if they play enough and score. Come on. I mean, I get it, but it's like, yeah, you should be. You'd be a pretty poor international manager if you went, no, I'm not considering you, mate. Yeah, but I might score. No,
Marc Guiu, if you play 30 games and you score 20 goals, we'll have you under consideration for the Spain team. Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Right. Well, I'm going to jump in and say I've got a 0.5 of a winner, because I've just remembered something as we were talking, and that was having to watch Moises Caicedo and defend with the Maresca note that was handed out, or the shopping list. I don't know which one it was. And he's still running. Reece James has passed him and he's just running away with the note. It's gold.
The note thing is so funny, man.
I love it.
I don't know why. It's such a bizarre series of events. They're all passing it between each other. It's making me laugh. Like you see Gibbs White trying to read it over Reece's shoulder and stuff.
Apparently,
oh.
we've got listeners. This is why you tune into At the Bridge Pod, because we have an exclusive. We know what was on that note. No one else does. Apparently, it said nothing silly now, lads. Let's close this game out and no red cards this time. Didn't go to
Really?
Gusto. Didn't get to Gusto that note. Oh, come on.
I thought it said eggs, milk, bacon, bread.
Oh, got to remember the bread.
Got the wrong one.
How many winners? I think, are we all out of winners, bar Chris?
I've got one left.
Tell me.
I've got one.
It's Moises Caicedo.
Yeah, same as me.
Okay, go.
Well, I mean, what can you say? Our midfield looked completely all over the place in the first half. He comes on in the second half, and suddenly we look a million times better in midfield. Like, the way he drops back into centre back to allow other people to, like build up on the wing or whatever, or when Achampong drove forward. He is just head and shoulders above every other midfielder at the club, and it's not even close. Because even him being basically half fit at the moment, him coming on and playing 45 and making that big of a difference in midfield, it's like he strikes fear into other midfielders in the Premier League, and they just can't handle him. And he's just just ridiculous. He's a joke.
He looked fitter over the weekend. What do you think, Chris? What impressed you?
They said it in commentary actually, and it's rare that you get commentators, especially on TNT, who actually speak sense. Really good players have an effect on everyone else around them, and Caicedo did that second half. You could see as soon as he was on the pitch, everyone else in our team relaxed.
Yeah, everyone was calmer.
Yeah, like, oh, thank God, it's all right. We've got Moises back. If I'm in the shit, he'll bail me out. So everyone played a little bit freer. I don't think he did a massive amount in the game, except for the effect he had on everybody else, which shows the level of player that he is, really. I think it's just another case of just hands down the best midfielder in the Premier League, and I don't even think it's close anymore. I think he's mainly down to Rodri's injury, but I think he's gone light years ahead of Rodri now.
Oh, I couldn't disagree. Could not disagree there. Well, with winners, there's always time for losers. And I will go. I've got two, so I'm just going to get it out of the way. Early defensive errors. Oh, no. Let's not sugarcoat this. That first half was awful. It was awful defensively. Within minutes, I've got Malo Gusto giving away possession cheaply. I then have Chalobah playing a hospital pass straight into pressure. I've got a Champong. He scored, but he nearly gifted them a goal early on. And then he followed it up later on with a poor clearance that did the same. Forest had, in that first half, 4 clear chances inside the opening 30 or so minutes. And the only reason we weren't 3 or 4 down was because their finishing...
They can't finish.
It's stormtroopers. They were stormtroopers.
Yeah.
They couldn't hit the target. You could have painted it neon. They just still missed. And against a better side. We've said honestly, this similar.
For some of those, you could have made the goal about 4 times as big as it was, and they still wouldn't have scored.
We said this. We've said this about the women's team. When you play a better team, those mistakes will get punished. And this game is gone by half time. Forget it. It's gone. But it's just a reminder that, while our attack eventually did come to life, brilliant, there's still a bit of work there defensively, especially when playing up from the back. But then again, I will almost give a little bit of credit here because, again, bigger picture. We said this on the show, bigger picture. We have got a makeshift back four because of all the injuries. So come on. They're not.
Yeah, but I think we do have to cut them some slack. But by that account, you are still correct because you couldn't, like you said, you wouldn't tolerate those kind of mistakes in a loss, would you?
Oh, good gosh, no. Chris, you had 3 losers. How many did you have, Ollie?
I got 3.
Okay. I'll go. Who's one of your losers?
I've gone with Malo Gusto.
He's on my last one, yeah.
I just don't know what he's doing at the moment, man. I knew it was going to be a rough game for him when I saw him in the opening minute almost gift Forest a goal by passing it more or less straight to their striker, who was running onto goal. And I think it's impressive that he's able to play even at this level in midfield, considering he is not a midfielder. But he has absolutely zero, and I mean this, zero chance of scoring a goal for us, it feels like. Because, like, so when he's in positions where he's in, like, the right attacking midfielder going up the pitch and stuff, he's like, I'm not really sure, like, what we're trying to do. Because if we're trying to score, why is he there? Because he's never scored a goal for us. I don't think he's ever scored a goal in his career, like in his senior career. So, and there were a lot of times in the game against Forest where he was just sloppy and just not putting it about right. And it's, to a certain degree, I think it's not his fault because I don't think he's a midfielder and I don't think he should be playing there.
No,
and then at the end of it, getting the red card as well by the end, you have got to be joking me, mate. We are 3-0 up, in a game where it didn't look like for a while we were even going to get anything out of the game at all, right? And we're 3-0 up, coasting to a win. There is absolutely no need whatsoever to dive in like he did. It's totally baffling to me. It was like what was going on in his head. You know, like the Homer Simpson thing where it like zooms in his head and it's the monkey banging the things together and doing a flip. Yeah, it's like that. I was just like, what was he thinking?
Look, it's one of them. Can we go a game without a red card?
Can't do it.
No, we can't do it. Look, he had one of those games that you just want to delete from the memory because it's like you just said. You've said what I've wrote down. Started bad with a misplaced pass and did nearly give Forest that early goal. And yeah, another red. I mean, it's his second yellow in the 90th minute. It's completely avoidable. We are 3-0 up. The game's done. Nico Williams, whichever, he's starting, which I could barely call it a counter-attack. There's no real danger. There's plenty of cover. And Gusto just dived in. Straight off to the showers. Everyone's still celebrating. You've got in there a few minutes early, mate. It was not worth it. And professional football at this level is all about your decision making. And that was the wrong one. It's another unnecessary red for a team that's now making this a habit. And as much as Gusto's got plenty of potential, he's got to learn that composure and discipline matter just as much as the energy because we're like 5 in a row, including the manager or something stupid. Yeah, like it's funny. I found it comical, but come on,
or whatever. It's a total joke, really.
What are we doing?
Come on, to be fair, that kind of leans into my second loser actually, which is discipline.
Go for it. Have we got any?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where is it?
Gone. It's gone.
Because like as much as I do want to say,
gone for a walk.
I like the passion. Go for a swim. As much as I play paddle, as much as I want to say that it's it's nice to see that like the team's got a bit of bite and a bit of fight about it. You got to do these things smart. We live in the VAR era. You can't be diving in on a yellow card. And it was again with Gusto, it was just needless. But he wasn't the only one either, because in the game, even after he got sent off, someone else got a stupid yellow card as well. I can't even remember.
Wasn't it Sanchez?
Yeah, it might have been Sanchez. It might have been
for time wasting.
Yeah,
3-0 off with 2 minutes to go.
Wasting. What are you? We're 3-0 up, you idiot! Like, yeah. I just there's no like. I don't understand the problem with the discipline at the moment, and I don't know. Maresca's got to sort it out, but Maresca himself, it was suspended for the game, so I'm not sure what he's got a leg to stand on. I don't know, man. We've got enough injuries without having players getting themselves stupidly suspended at the moment. So it's just making the squad even thinner. It's not helping us, man.
Yeah, if you're going to get sent off around against when we play Everton or Newcastle around December, because then you get Boxing Day off. You don't. Yeah. To be fair, Boxing Day is at home to Villa, so you don't have to travel. But if you get sent off for 2 bookings in the Everton game, next week is Newcastle on the 20th. You get that off so you can stay in London. Oh, I don't know, Chris. I'm out of losers. So who's 2 of yours, please?
I have Enzo Maresca.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I think you're right. He's a winner and a loser. I was thinking about doing the same thing, but I just didn't. I wanted to talk about different things.
Okay.
Aside from the little spell where we scored the 2 goals, this was a horrendous performance. The first half against 15 of the other 19 Premier League teams, I think you're at least 2-0 down, probably 3, and the game's over. I think
it's very lucky we were playing against maybe the worst Forest team since they've come back up into the Premier League.
Yeah, I think he set us up wrong, and I don't mean because of the personnel, because I think that was forced, as I said earlier. His hands was tied a little bit by the team selection. But we got caught in possession and gave away chances trying to play out from the back when everybody knows the way that you beat an Ange team is just pop it over the top.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to play anyway? It's pointless. They went on a high man-to-man press off every goal kick. Man-to-man press. Pop it out to someone. Put it over the top.
And we did it a few times. You know, João Pedro, like I said, they played that one over the top to Santos at the end of the first half.
Stupidly high line that they play.
And
because
all we needed
said
to
for
do that
ages
was
that
about
he
3 or
doesn't
4
change.
times. Just do that 3 or 4 times in the first half. We'll get one. You know what I mean?
He won't change.
And as much as I give him credit earlier for changing at half time, he's got to learn to do that after 20 minutes if it isn't working. Because after 20 minutes, we should have been 2-0 down. But we didn't get control of the game back until half time. But again, against a better team, the game is over at half time. You're done. You're out of it. It's finished. And it's a problem. And I still look at us, and even second half at 2-0 up in a game against a team who are so low on confidence, where the manager has been sacked before the final whistle, because let's face it, as soon as that owner left his chair, everyone went, he's been sacked then.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
So
was
we're playing against a team who knows that their manager is going to get sacked today. As soon as we went 2-0, they went, he's getting sacked today. No question about it. We still gave them enough chances to get something from the game. We never, ever got control of the game. And for a coach who says so often that he likes control of the game, we had no control over this game at all, at any point. 3-0, let's be honest, really flatters us. Really, 3-0 doesn't tell the story of the game, because Forest had the better chances in the match by far.
Sure. I think it shows that they were wasteful and we weren't, and that in a sense is enough. We had enough to win today, you know, against Forest when we played them. But like you say, against other teams that won't be enough.
No, and I just think you look at the performance, and as much as he got it right in the second half to win us the game, which he deserves massive credit for, because that is his job as a coach, and fair play, he's done it really well. He also has to take responsibility for the overall performance, which was nowhere near good enough. And I still look at us defensively and think, if we don't get a hiding from a team soon, I'll be very, very surprised.
Okay. Who's your second loser?
Matt Sells.
Yeah.
Honestly, for a goalkeeper who was so good last year, I think he got in Team of the Year, didn't he?
Yeah,
I believe so.
He massively overperformed.
Yeah. In this game, he looked like he'd never played in goal before. The free kick should never go in against a Premier League goalkeeper. Reece James can talk about he shifts his weight to his right all he likes. He hits it straight at him. The free kick is literally straight at him. And he puts both his hands on it and somehow manages to get both his hands behind the ball but not touch the ball. I don't know how he managed to do that. If you freeze frame it, his hands are behind the ball, but then it's like he just opens his hands and lets it go in. I don't know what he was doing. That free kick will be saved 99 times out of 100. And then no one's calling it. It wasn't a good free kick. It was awful. He's hit it straight down the middle of the goal. It was a shocking free kick. It was a bit like the Enzo Fernandez penalty.
That was a world-class penalty. I think we just didn't understand it. You've hit it that poorly that the keeper was like, oh no.
He psyched him out.
And then he compounds it by the third goal, comes for a cross and just flaps it down 6 yards from his goal for Reece James.
Keeper.
And I thought, he's having a fucking mare here. And talk about a goalkeeper who had a once. Like, we often hear of strikers one-season wonders. He's the goalkeeper in equivalent.
Yeah, this is how he is. If anyone could ever describe it, a player low on confidence.
Yeah. Right, Ollie, who's your final losers?
So I had the It's depth.
Oh.
Because I wasn't happy with the first half of this game at all. I thought so. Just looking at I've got the lineup here in front of me. João Pedro, who I know isn't our main striker, is up top. We've got Garnacho, who's not very good at the moment, out on the left. We've got Neto on the right, who's basically half fit after what Maresca said in this press conference. You've got Andre Santos playing as an attacking midfielder. I know he likes a goal, but I don't know. That seems wrong to me. You've got Gusto who's playing up there half the time as well, which is a mistake. Then you've got Reece James in midfield, who, to be fair, had a very good game, partnering Lavia, who I thought really didn't. You've got Chalobah at the back, who I just thought was struggling a lot. And then you look who we've got on the bench to come on. Gitten's not really doing all that much. Guiu, he was decent. Esteval made a difference. Tosin, where's kind of here nor there. After that, who's on the bench? Jorgensen, Hato, Buonanotte, George. I know we've got better depth than this, and I know we've got a lot of injuries at the moment, but I saw us struggling in the first half yesterday, and I looked at the bench and I went, other than Caicedo and Esteval, who's going to make a difference here? Because the team that we put out in the first half was not good enough to win. Especially I thought Garnacho really struggled against Neco Williams of all people. Couldn't even beat him to get past him once. I think Gittens did it 2 or 3 times in the end. So for me, I was just really disappointed with how the depth kind of came across. Because we've spent all this money, we've got a very big squad, we've got a lot of good players who are supposed to be good, but we're going to need these guys to be depth this season because of games in like the Champions League and whatnot, because we're going to have to spread the minutes around. So those of them who are on a bit on the periphery, not playing in the Champions League but are playing in the Premier League, have got to shore up quickly, and they've got to prove that they belong here.
Chris, who's your final loser?
Well, just before I give my final, I think one thing I want to mention is João Pedro is getting away with a lot at the moment. Because I know he's not a traditional number 9. He has played a lot as a striker though, and I think he's doing absolutely jack all at the minute. And it's like everyone wants to give an excuse that he's not a number 9, but he played as a number 9 a lot for Brighton, and he should be doing better than he is. So he's lucky not to be on this list. And if he plays like he did Saturday again, he will definitely be on the losers list before long, because I think he's getting away with murder at the minute. But my final loser, I could not put him on here. Garnacho.
Yeah, he was horrible.
It's the agenda. No, I can understand.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
I'll tell you what.
If the agenda is being factual,
yeah, I'll tell you why I had an agenda against Garnacho and still have. Because he's a shit player.
He's not.
And
wrong.
I told
really
everyone
struggling.
that he's a shit player, but everyone went, "No, he was really good at Man United for 3 games." Oh, okay then. He's crap. He does nothing. He's another one who will really struggle as well, because his best spell at Man United was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who played quick counter-attacking football. That's when you've seen the best of Garnacho. We don't do that. So why have we signed him? He's shit in a possession-based team. Every Man United manager who's had him and wants to play possession football hasn't liked him because he's shit at it. So, and we've signed him and gone, "No, he'll be good for us." No, he won't. He'll be rubbish because he can't play in that team. And now that's not really his fault, to be fair. To play devil's advocate, that's not his fault that he's better in a counter-attacking team. It's his fault he's gone to a possession-based team, really. But honestly, the first half, he was absolutely horrendous. Like Ollie just said, against Neco Williams, who, let's face it, isn't one of the Premier League's best. He did.
Starts for Wales.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly. But Garnacho did nothing. He's done nothing in a Chelsea shirt so far. Absolutely nothing. And he will be another one where in 12 months' time, we're either loaning him out until we can sell him, or he'll be sold. And it'll be a completely pointless transfer. It was a waste of time to start with, and it's still a waste of time now.
Unless we sell him for profit.
Yeah, which to be fair, we probably will. But I also don't think
to Man United.
Hopefully, that'd be funny. I don't think it's helped Gittins. Don't get me started on him either. By the way, another one came on, did absolutely nothing. But he came in, he got signed and was coming in expecting to start and play and get minutes, and he hasn't because we then signed Garnacho. So at best now we've got to rotate both of them. Both of them look low on confidence because both of them know that they're not playing, and both of them know, well, I'm not going to play then because they've got other options.
And both of them know that they need game time in order to get out of that slump, and they're both not going to get as much as they want.
We keep doing the same thing over and over again. We keep signing too many players for one position and going, well, we'll just rotate them. Well, no, that doesn't work though, does it? You have to have a clear, here's my starting player, you're my backup. Now, if he goes off form and you play really well, then that flips on its head and that's fine. But you can't sign two starting players. It just doesn't work because no one gets into any sort of rhythm or any sort of flow then. Because you're playing a game, then you're coming out for two, then you're going in again, then you're coming out again. That's why we don't have any partnerships up front because no one plays together.
Yeah, you make a point. Ollie, are you out of losers as well?
I'm out of losers now. I've had my
Right,
fill.
we'll go to the emojis. I went with the axe because I'm chopping down the forest. It wasn't hard. I mean, Ange pretty much deforested it before we'd even got there. He just went, there's some logs. Do you want to?
I was going to say, I was also going to go with the axe because that's what Ange got.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, that's good.
Didn't even get the post-game interview. He was already out in the car park and he was gone.
You know what? It's decent money if you can get sacked for it. You know,
He's
it's
got
good
£7
work.
million. I'm not going to say someone was like
£7 million quid for like 40
pundits,
days work.
I'm being really, really real here. Some pundits are going, oh, it's awful. It's like, he's got £7 million pay. I would not be fucking unhappy.
Yeah,
please.
I don't know.
All the day.
I don't know if you guys saw this. As he was leaving the stadium, he
had bags of money.
He took a picture with a fan, and the smile across his face was the smile of a man who's gone, I've just got paid £7 million for 40 days of work.
Not bad.
It's not even a probationary period.
No,
it's not.
No, I mean he did last longer than Liz Truss as Prime Minister, so you know
what
fair
a
play.
Mess. What
fair
a mess, Forest
Chris, what have you got?
I'm going to go with just a picture of a head because that's to symbolise how important set pieces are.
That is correct. So, Lion of the Week. Let's look at what we had for the weekend. Chris wins. He had Pedro Neto. I had João Pedro. Ollie had Esteval, and the wheel was like Jamie Gittins, mate. And we're like, really? Well, yeah. Well, Chris has definitely won. Oh no, I've just went to give Pedro Neto the actual Lion of the Week award, and I don't actually know who we're going with for that.
Not him.
Who would get it actually?
I'd probably go Reece James. You know.
Yeah, Reece James or Caicedo maybe.
Reece James. Well, I'm happy with Reece James.
I think James was the most consistent performer.
Actually, quickly on James as well, it was really nice to see the fans serenading him at the end of the game. You know, sort of Reece James, he's one of our own, and he seems like he as a player is in a really good place at the moment. I pray to God it continues.
Right, match preview. We are having a quiet one. Chelsea take on Ajax in the Champions League, and that's how you know this show isn't AI because we'd have gone Ajax. So they are currently. Where are they? Where are they in the league?
They're struggling. If I recall,
you can tell I didn't update this yesterday because I wrote.
I think they might be seventh.
Well, I've wrote they're third in the Portuguese league.
Right.
They're definitely not.
It's quite impressive, to be honest.
It's very impressive. They are fourth in the Eredivisie.
That is bad for them because that's not a strong league either.
4 draws and 1 defeat. Yikes.
So it's draws that are killing them, really.
Yeah. Recent form is 2 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat. So that's not great. Where are they in the Champions League? Let's have a look. They are, oh my word, they're 35th out of 36 teams. Jeez. They haven't won a game. They haven't scored a goal. Oh, fucking hell. That ain't good. Oh, well. Spotlight. I have got a spotlight because it's got to be the young Belgian winger, Mika Götze. He's a nice little tidy player. Maybe another Belgian that we might see in the Premier League. I think keep an eye on him. So the last time Ajax beat Chelsea at home in a competitive fixture was never. So that's it. So midweek Lion picks. Can't do anything further than that. We've only lost to him in a friendly, and that don't count.
I'm going in early here. I'm going Esteval, and I swear to God, if he doesn't start this game, Enzo Maresca will be on the losers list before the game's even started.
Well,
shall I go with Garnacho just to piss him off?
I've gone.
If you want to
Marc.
waste your lion, then you can. Yeah.
I'm going Marc Guiu because I don't take this seriously anymore.
Nice.
I was going to say João Pedro, and I remembered.
Trying to think of who's even fit and available at the moment. I'm going to go with Marc Cucurella.
Nice.
Oh,
The
nice.
wheel went badly as shield. Well, we know that's.
Actually, thinking about it, Marc Guiu's got to start now, surely.
Well, yeah, because I was going to go. Like I said, I was going to go with João
Pedro's
Pedro, but he's
suspended.
injured.
Also, Gusto has to start, doesn't he?
Come on, boy. Yeah.
Because otherwise, there's no cover for Reece James against for right back.
Come on, Will.
Sunderland, is there?
There we go. Pedro Neto. If you wondered why I span it again, because it said Axel Disasi, and again, you're taking the piss now, Will. We know that's not going to happen. So
You could take him off the wheel, though, Marky, to be fair.
I
Take
feel
him off
like
the
yeah,
wheel.
yeah, but he's still in the squad.
No,
No,
he's
don't
not.
be silly.
No,
That's
he's
what-
not.
I bet if
He's
you
not in a real squad.
Sterling on there.
No, I don't have Stone on there, so yeah, good point. Right, match preview ends with our Blue versus Who. I have 3 lovely questions lined up, and the first one is Ajax have won 4 Champions League titles, including 3 in a row during the 1970s. I just want you to name me 2 of the teams that they beat in those 4 finals. It's a nice little easy one, I think, that.
You know, Mikey, you can't say, "Oh, it's an easy one" when you've got the answers in front
Well,
of you.
3 of them are from the same country. So if you can work out who was very, very good in the 70s when they won 3 in a row, technically one of these teams they didn't beat in the 70s, but 2 of them they did. So
I've literally
Right.
forgotten every team that plays. In...
every
I
team.
mean, it's the
Every team.
Champions League, so is Real Madrid a relatively safe bet? But I don't know whether they ever lost a final, to be honest.
Well, Chris, there's a fact that they've never lost a final, so
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought that.
Bayern Munich.
no. Wrong country.
Leverkusen.
Wrong country. No Germany.
Barcelona.
No.
Oh, it's an easy one, he says.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
There's only one of a major European nation that's actually got teams to a Champions League final.
Is Inter Milan.
Inter are on there. So you're in there. You're in the
Juventus.
right. Juventus, AC Milan, and if you can get the Greek superpower,
Is it Olympiacos?
it's the other one.
Panathinaikos.
Yes. Right. The last time Chelsea played Ajax was on Bonfire Night 2019. But can you remember who got sent off on the 5th of November? There was
Oh.
2 players.
Daily Blind. Daily Blind got
Yes.
sent off.
I was going to say name either. You got one, and the other one's in the Premier League.
Well done. Well done, aren't they?
I don't know how I remember that.
The other one is still
They
in the
went down
Premier
to
League.
9 men. I can't remember who.
I've watched him play against Wolves. So if you can remember one of those teams last season, I can give you it. It was Joel Veltman. Joel Veltman.
I was never getting that.
Joel Veltman, yeah.
And finally, just put these former Blue players in order of when they first joined Ajax. I got Brian Laudrup, Mario Melchiot, Jesper Gronkia, Hakim Ziyech, and Winston Bogard.
Right, Chris, mate, you're gonna have to help me here.
4 of them are in the 90s. There's a clue.
Yeah, which I was alive for
Fucking
2
hell.
years of.
I'll give it. Yeah, I'm going to give you one. Hakim Ziyech is the last player with 2016.
No shit, Mikey. No.
Well, thank you, Mikey. That's
Yeah, it's a really
helpful.
nice little easy one, I think.
I've got a feeling Mario Melchiot might have started at Ajax
Okay.
as a kid.
Okay.
So
Is he going to be before Laudrup though?
no, I wouldn't have thought so.
Well,
Well, I don't know actually.
Who were the others, Mikey? Sorry again.
Bogard, Ziyech, Gronkia, Melchiot, Laudrup.
Gronkia and Laudrup, I feel, are the first 2,
Okay.
and then I would go Bogard. No, or maybe Melchiot, then Bogard, then Ziyech.
Okay, we have Winston Bogard is first in 94. We then have Mario Melchiot, 96. We then have Jesper Gronkia, 98, and Brian Laudrup, 99.
It's an easy one.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I never said that about that question. That was not
I'm
easy.
just
No.
gaslighting
To
you.
be fair, they're always so hard. Those put them in order.
Right, Quaresma's questions. I've got, you know what? I think 2 of these are pretty decent. Not all questions are decent. I'm just trying to, be cool. Keep time to.
No, do you know what? No,
Not all
they're not all
questions are
decent.
decent.
Not all questions are great.
Nah.
But Tom,
Some
yours
people
is
will
good.
send in some shit questions.
What performance?
We've seen them.
We've answered them.
What performance was worse, Malo Gusto's today or Bakayoko v Watford? I absolutely have forgotten that performance, and now I've remembered
Bakayoko
it, and
v
I'm just
Watford
like,
It's
is
Bakayoko v
"Jeez,
Watford.
that's so
Yeah.
bad. It's so
Yeah.
bad."
I mean, Gusto wasn't great, but Bakayoko actively played for Watford.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's so bad that game was.
Also, I'm pretty sure Bakayoko is what, like 5 years older at least than
He's-
Gusto at that time.
Bakayoko is 31 without a club.
But well, I mean, I think he was older then, like 5
Yeah.
years older then than Gusto is now.
Damn.
I think, Bakayoko's performance against Watford was so bad, I thought he might have been match fixing.
Right, John, I think Cole Palmer is the best on our team, but how necessary is he to victories now?
It's a good thing if he isn't, because he's injured.
I think, yeah, well, I think
I-
it's kind of like, I feel like Chelsea, it's like putting premium fuel in your car. You're better off with it, but you don't need it. And I think that's healthy for us. We don't need him to win games, but we are better with him in the team.
Yeah,
It's
do you know what? I think, if anything, I hope him being out for a little while makes him almost like underrated a little bit for when he comes back, and it will give him a bit of space to do what he wants to do. Because I think when he comes back, I think people might not focus on him as much, especially if we've got other threats like João Pedro or Esteval, for example, who are known to be quite exciting players and difficult to face against. So if anything, I think it could help him that he's not super important to the team right this second. I think we'd be miles better with him, no doubt, but it seems we can win without him, which is important because for 2 years we were Palmer FC.
I think, no, we don't need him to win games, but we need him to win trophies.
I like that.
I don't think we'd have any sort of real success without Palmer. I think if we had a whole season without Palmer, we wouldn't win anything.
I mean, he helped us win the Club World Cup final.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, like, no matter how good a player is, you could take Messi out of that prime Barcelona team, they still would have won football matches because they've got other good players. So you're gonna win games. Like, you have those players, your Palmers, to win your titles and to win your trophies. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. 100%. And we'll wrap up today's show with our end of show Monday game. I don't have a sound drop for it because I just don't. I need to find one. I might go Steve Sidwell because it's stamp collection. When he asked Peter Crouch if he likes ass.
Yeah.
I might just.
How
far can I get away with that? Right, I've got a name, and I'll tell you how many clubs they've played for in their career. You place bets on how many clubs you think you can guess. Obviously, the highest bidder takes it. If you got to name them then. So today's theme is injury prone and on loan. So each of these players today once had a loan at a Premier League club, but were also considered injury prone in their career. And first up is
be a lot of Chelsea players on here then.
Well. First up is former Blue Chelsea legend and Brazil's greatest ever striker called Alex. It's Alex Pato and it's 8 clubs. Can you name how many? I'm going to go to Ollie. How many of those 8 clubs do you think you can name?
What Pato played for?
I'll give you one.
3.
Chelsea are on there.
I reckon I could do 3. Probably.
3. Do you think you can do 4, Chris?
Yes, I reckon I can.
Can you do 5, Ollie?
Fuck off.
No, I won't lie. I did this myself and I got them all, but I am really obsessed with him, so that's kind of why. Right, Chris, I want you to name me the 4 clubs Alex Pato's played.
Well, Chelsea.
That is on the list. That is 1.
AC Milan.
That is 2.
Sao Paulo.
That is 3. 2 spells there.
I didn't know that one.
4 spells, actually, because he went on loan there as well.
Oh, well. I think that's where he is now, isn't it?
No, he's retired, isn't he? He hasn't played since 2023.
Oh.
Yeah.
No one noticed.
Fuck off.
Wait, you went there.
Leave him
I need
alone.
one more.
You need one club.
He went to the MLS.
He did. He did.
Do you know what? I think I remember the team, maybe.
I think he went to Orlando City.
Yes.
Well done, mate.
You could have also had Internacional, Corinthians, Villarreal, and let me get this right, Tianjin, Tianhai.
Listen, if anyone gets that, they were cheating.
I don't remember him going to Villarreal.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No one noticed.
No.
No, well, again, yeah. Who cares?
Talking, he said Chelsea players, remember? So next up is Daniel Sturridge, 7 lovely clubs.
Oh,
and you've
God.
already got one. You've already got one in the bank. So, Chris, how many do you think you can name?
No, let's just start low. I can definitely do 3.
Okay. Ollie, can you do 4 of Daniel's clubs?
I think so.
Brave.
I think I can.
Chris, can you chime better
Ooh.
than 4?
5 is tough, actually, isn't it? Yeah, why not? I'll give it a go.
Okay,
give it a go.
okay. Ollie, can you do 6?
Why are you even asking me?
Oh, Chris, I need 5 clubs that Daniel Sturridge has played his football at.
Chelsea,
Correct.
Good start. Yeah.
Straight in there.
Liverpool,
Oh, that's 2 in a row.
Man City,
3 in a row.
Bolton,
4 in a row.
West Brom.
Fair play, 5.
Ah,
Can you
fair
name
enough.
his final 2 clubs?
I know he went to Turkey. He went to Transponspor or however you
That's
say
correct. And he also
not know
went
that.
to an incredible country that we actually gave a shout out on Thursday's show for a game that they were playing. Not this particular club. They're in the same division.
Ah, Perth Glory.
Correct. So you're kind of
Stinky.
playing for fun now, Ollie. But
Well, you know what? It is fun.
this
Playing
one's
for Pro.
if you can get, I will
Brilliant.
let you win the entire thing if you say 5 of 5 for the next player. There's a
Oh,
reason.
Wow.
So
Right.
Jack Wiltshire, 5 clubs. If you can name me all 5, I would be shocked. I don't think anyone listening will get 5. I just don't
Okay.
believe you. Any of you.
Right.
So, Ollie, can you name, how many do you think you can name of 5 of these clubs?
I'm gonna say 4. I think I could do 4.
Chris, can you name me 5 of his clubs?
You think you can name 4?
I think so.
Okay.
Go on, Ollie.
No,
Go
I
on,
can't
Ollie.
do
What
all
have you got?
5.
What have you got?
All right. Arsenal. That's a good
Wow.
start.
Go on, Ollie.
Whoa.
We know that one.
Out of nowhere, that was a shout. Wow.
Bournemouth. I
Bloody
think he
hell.
played there a couple times.
He played on loan and permanently.
Wow.
West Ham. I think he was there.
That's 3 in a row. You've got 2 clubs left.
I've only got to get 4, haven't I?
You've got to get 4, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Now I'm stuck.
He went in too high.
You've
He
already-
went too high with 4.
I'm gonna Norwich. I'm gonna go with Norwich.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
it was-
I tried.
It was actually Bolton Wanderers and this is the one that I don't think anyone got at home. The Danish team, AGF. I just don't think anyone got that.
Well-known team.
He
Hang on, I'm
played
just
14
Googling that.
games there. AGF.
Aarhus
Gymnastic Foreigning. Yeah.
What
Brilliant.
a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's shouting, "Oh, Mike, in your heritage." It's like, yeah, doesn't mean I can pronounce every team name.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But yeah, Chris
Played
is 14
14 times for Aarhus Gymnastic Forening. You'll
Yeah.
never sing that.
Yeah, as you can tell by the name, he was actually not a footballer for him, but on the pommel horse, he did gymnastics for him. Yeah, right. Listeners, before we at the end of another episode, thank you, of course, for tuning in. And before we go, don't forget, proudly partnered with Head in the Game, a mental health charity using football, sport, wellbeing, and community. You can find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. So treat yourself well. We'll probably be back Thursday to talk. We'll probably be back Thursday because that seems to be our new show slot. So we're winners and losers from Ajax. So hopefully we get 3 more points in the bag. So until then, that will be us signing off. You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.